the Lock team with Realty Group and Semler Construction welcome you to Meet the Contractors.
Well, look who we have here. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing?
Hey, Brian, how are you, sir?
Good. So we're speaking with Jimmy Irrthum. Does a lot of drywall work with Semler Construction.
Yep.
And so, Jimmy, you know what got you into this mess?
Well, I was in high school and I dated a girl, and her brother, his father-in-law ran, a taping drywall outfit. So that was how I got into it. And that was back in 1978. So I've been doing it for 42 years.
Wow. And I know you mentioned you've been working with Semler for quite a while.
We've been doing Pete and Jason stuff now, since probably 1980, 79, something like that, in that area.
Wow.
It's been a long time, 30 some years we've been doing stuff
Yeah.
with Pete and Jason.
Yeah, well, I know they've been in business for 39, I think.
39,
like that.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so no, they're good people. They're one of my favorite guys to work for and whatnot. It's like you don't like to call them a boss because they're more of a friend. We can differentiate the fun stuff and the work stuff, and it's a good relationship. They're good people. I'd do anything for them, so they're great people.
So you mentioned fun stuff. What's the fun stuff? What's your favorite part of the job?
I don't really have a favorite, but just the easiest part is putting these on, these corner beats here, and that, because it's easy work. You don't get dirty, and I'm 62 years old, so I'm slowing down a little bit. So I'd rather, if I can put corner beats on all day long, I'd be happy.
What's the least favorite part of your job?
What I'm doing today is the sanding. That's the most, as you can see, I grumble every time I do it, but then when I'm done, I always say, it wasn't so bad.
It wasn't so bad, yeah.
But it pays the bills, so I keep doing it.
Yeah. Out of all the builders you've worked with, is there anything that Semler really does that other builders don't do?
Well, in the drywall industry, everything's pretty much the same. But I notice the other things that Jason does and whatnot. And my main thing is, Jason's cabinets don't come out of the box. And then, because some of the places that you work for, there's no custom to it. Danner, they do a fabulous job on the cabinets, and it's just, one aspect that does. There's a lot of other things. All these guys have been here for decades, basically. And they know what they're doing. And they're really good.
So you mentioned, the last time we talked, you mentioned is it the L
metal. Yeah, what we do that on the L metal is, you can't see it right here, but the trusses are running this way. So I put the L metal up perpendicular to where all the trusses are on the interior walls. And then what happens is trusses lift. So if we screw into the L metal instead of the truss at the wall, the truss will lift and the screw stays into the L metal, and then it doesn't raise the sheetrock and crack.
Okay.
We've been doing that for a couple of years now, and we've had very good luck with it. It works really well. So, you want to take pride in your work and do it right the first time, because you only get paid the first time. So, we figured out, and like I say, it works really well.
That makes life a little easier.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, thanks for your time.
I'm glad to do it for you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Take care, sir.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Meet the Contractors.